Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Ncert Maths with Bardeep. Today we are continuing introduction of our chapter 2, that is polynomials of grade 10. So our topic is relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. From now onwards we will always focus on quadratic polynomial. So what is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients? For any generalized quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, a should not be 0 because if a is 0 then it will not be a quadratic polynomial. Let alpha and beta be the zeros of this polynomial, as already explained in the introduction video that we will have two different zeros for any quadratic polynomial. Let it be alpha and beta. So how to relate these zeros with the coefficients of a polynomial? Coefficient means this a, b and c are the coefficients or the numbers that are associated with these different terms. So how to relate is sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta, will always be equal to minus b over a, or we can say sum of zeros will always be equal to minus coefficient of x, because b is coefficient of x, divided by coefficient of x square, that is a. So minus b over a will always be equal to sum of zeros. And second is product of zeros, that is if we find the product of the two given zeros, then it will always be equal to c by a, that is constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So we can say that sum will always be minus b by a and product will always be equal to c by a. And how to find zeros of quadratic polynomial? This we have already done in your previous grades, that is we can use splitting the middle term to find two distinct zeros of your polynomial. Once you will get the zeros, we can verify that the sum of those zeros is always equal to minus p by a and product of those two zeros will always be equal to c by a. From examination point of view, they will ask you this type of question in different forms. The first one is they will give you any polynomial, they will tell you find the zeros of this polynomial and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. Second case is they will give you the zeros of a polynomial and then they will tell you frame quadratic polynomial whose zeros are this and this. Okay. So in that case, when zeros are given and you have to find the polynomial, you will always use x square minus s times x plus p, where s is sum of zeros and p is product of the zeros. Okay. Now let's understand both these types with an example. So let's see an example. For this polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10, find the zeros and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. First of all, we should find zeros from this. As I have already told you, we will use split the middle term. Okay. So we know that this is already explained in grade 8 and grade 9 also. Whenever we need to split the middle term, we will use this as s and this as p. So here sum is equal to 7 and product is equal to 10. So we will find the factors of 10. So 2 and 5 are factors. So that means 2 plus 5 will give me 7 and 2 into 5 will give me 10. So we will split this 7 into 2x and 5x. So let's see, x square plus 7x plus 10 can be rewritten as x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. So now what is common in this? That is x plus 5 here. So here in these two terms, 2 is common and inside this is x plus 5. So now this is a common factor. So we will write this x plus 5 and x plus 2. So this is how we will factorize this polynomial using splitting the common term. So now we need to find zeros. as already explained, whenever you have to find zeros of a polynomial, you will equate this polynomial to 0 and then we will find the different values of x. So here in this case, x plus 2 into x plus 5 should be 0. So now what to do? Since these two factors are there and if their product is 0, either first one is 0 or second one is 0 or both should be 0. Let us see, we will write for this product to be 0, either x plus 2 should be equal to 0 or x plus 5 should be equal to 0. If this first is 0, that means x is equal to 2 will go to other side, that is 0 minus 2. So, or in this case, this 5 will shift, so 0 minus 5. So, we can say that x is equals to minus 2 or x is equal to minus 5. So, now we can see that if x equals to minus 2, then this polynomial will be 0. If it is minus 5, then also it will be 0. So, remember, those values of x, when we substitute in our polynomial, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. Those particular values of the variable are called zeros of the polynomial. So here minus 2 and minus 5 are the zeros. So we are done with our first part, that is what are the zeros. So we will say zeros are minus 2 and minus 5. Okay. So let alpha be minus 2 and beta as minus 5. So now how to verify the relationship? Let's see. First thing is sum of zeros. This is alpha plus beta and this is always equal to minus b by a. Okay. So we can write this as x square plus 7x plus 10. If you compare this with ax square plus bx plus c, what is a? That is c here, this is 1. What is b? We will say coefficient of x, that is 7, and c is 10. Okay, you can write here also comparing this with ax square plus bx plus c here. What is a? That is 1. B is 7 and c is 10. Okay. So means we should compare what is a, b and c, only then we can verify our relationship. So let's see here alpha plus beta. So alpha is minus 2, beta is minus 5. So we will write minus 2 plus of minus 5 should be equal to minus of b. B is 7. So minus of 7 and a is 1. Correct? So minus 2 plus minus is minus, minus 5 is equal to minus 7. So minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7. This also minus 7. So we can say left hand side is equal to right hand side. Okay, because both values are equal. So now let's verify this for product. Product is alpha into beta and this should always be equal to c by a. So now alpha is again minus 2 multiplied by minus 5 and c is 10. Okay, so this is 10 and a is 1. So minus 2 into minus 5 is plus 10 and right hand side is 10 by 1. This is again 10. So again we can say that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So for both sum of zeros and product of zeros, we are getting left hand side and right hand side as equal. So in the last you will write hence verified. Okay. So in this type of question, what we will do, first we will find zeros of the polynomial by splitting the middle term and then taking one 0 as alpha and second 0 as beta. We will compare these values with sum of zeros as minus b by a and product of zeros and c by a. If you have calculated these zeros as correct, definitely your left hand side will always be equal to right hand side. So now let's see how to find a polynomial when zeros are given. So now let's see if zeros are given, how to find the polynomial. In this case also see if minus 2 and minus 5 are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, find the polynomial. So as already explained, x square minus s of x plus p will be the polynomial, where s is sum of zeros and p is product of zeros. So again we will say like alpha is equals to minus 2 and beta is equal to minus 5 are the given zeros. Okay, then sum is equal to alpha plus beta. So this is minus 2 plus of minus 5. Right. So minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7. Then what is product? This is alpha into beta. So minus 2 multiplied by minus 5 is plus 10. So now what is polynomial? This will be x square minus sum. Sum is minus 7. So minus 7 times x plus product. Product is 10. So here it is x square. Minus of minus will be plus, that is plus 7x plus 10. And you can see that if zeros are given, we can find the polynomial. If polynomial is given, we can find the zeros and verify their relationship. So this is all about this video. See you in my next video with the next topic of this chapter. Thank you.